Every product, every familiar dish, and even healthy treats can directly affect the heart, especially after the age of 60. But what if some common vegetables, eaten daily, could slow it down? In medical practice, there are frequent cases where older patients, convinced of the correctness of their diet, which includes greens and excludes sugar and fried foods, face unexpected problems. They do not suspect that some vegetables, if used incorrectly or interacting with medications, can subtly push the heart toward a worsening condition. Some of them raise blood pressure, others interfere with the action of vital medications, and still others may contain bacteria that a weakened body can no longer fight. Therefore, older adults are advised to reconsider their consumption of 5 specific vegetables, or at least change the way they are prepared. Next, each of these vegetables will be discussed. The reasons for their potential danger will be explained, and safe and heart-healthy alternatives will be offered. The good news is that these risks can be avoided if you know what to look for and what to avoid. The first vegetable on this list may already be in your refrigerator. We are talking about spinach. This leafy vegetable has always been positioned as a superfood, and for many, it truly is. However, for people over 60, especially those taking heart medications, spinach can quietly turn into a serious health threat. It is not uncommon to find patients who consider their diet impeccable, but in reality, their healthy eating interferes with the work of vital medications. Spinach contains a large amount of vitamin K, which is necessary for blood clotting. This is where the danger lies for those taking blood-thinning medications, such as warfarin, which is often prescribed after a heart attack, stroke, or atrial. Fibrillation. An excess of vitamin K can negate the protective effect of the drug. The blood becomes thicker, and the effect of the drug weakens. The most dangerous thing is that most older people are not even aware of this interaction. A person feels good, thinks that the medicine is working, but at this time, the body loses protection against a deadly blood clot. Doctors often have to deal with the consequences when patients, striving for a healthy lifestyle, include spinach smoothies or large portions of salads in their diet without realizing the potential risks. The problem is not in the spinach itself, but in the unpredictability of its consumption. It is important to observe moderation and consistency, and also inform your doctor about any changes in your diet. After all, food can both enhance and neutralize the effect of drugs. Not all vegetables are equally beneficial for heart health in old age, and some of them may do more harm than fast food if consumed without due caution. If spinach can subtly affect the effectiveness of drugs, what other harmless products can pose a hidden threat to the cardiovascular system? One such product, often found in the refrigerator, is pickles, which can contain more salt than a bag of chips. These crunchy and spicy vegetables, which seem like the perfect addition to a sandwich, can be dangerous for people over 60, especially for those who suffer from high blood pressure or other heart problems. Many do not attach importance to a few slices of pickled cucumber, but these small pieces are soaked in brine containing a huge amount of sodium, sometimes exceeding 1,000 nanogallons per serving. This is 2/3 of the daily salt intake recommended for older adults, and it is all contained in just a few slices of cucumber. Salt is not just a seasoning. It is a chemical that retains water in the body, increasing blood volume and creating additional stress on the heart and blood vessels. Over time, this can lead to hypertension, loss of elasticity of blood vessels, and, ultimately, heart failure. Doctors often encounter patients who, despite proper nutrition, avoiding fried foods, exercising, and even abstaining from alcohol, cannot normalize their blood pressure. The reason for this may be a few slices of pickled cucumbers, which imperceptibly negate all efforts. The insidiousness of excessive salt consumption lies in its asymptomatic course, when ominous consequences such as stroke, angina pectoris, or heart failure manifest suddenly and unexpectedly. With age, especially after 60, the kidneys lose the ability to effectively filter salt, and blood vessels become more susceptible to its negative effects. Everyday products like pickles, canned vegetables, and even diet soups can contain hidden salt bombs, subtly negating health-conscious efforts. Home cooking, careful label reading, and using herbs and lemon juice instead of salt can provide invaluable support to the cardiovascular system. However, salt isn't the only potential enemy lurking in the kitchen. There's another seemingly harmless product that can trigger inflammation and gradually raise blood pressure. Red chili peppers, a spicy ingredient that poses a risk to heart health. For many older adults, food is more than just a source of nutrients. It's a cherished memory, a part of their culture, and even a source of comfort. And nothing evokes these feelings quite like a pinch of spice, such as red chili pepper. Spicy soups and flavorful stews are part of traditions, taste, and passion. However, few realize that this small, fiery vegetable can subtly undermine health. Red chili peppers, especially the hotter varieties, trigger a cascade of reactions in the body. They stimulate the nervous system, increase adrenaline levels, and accelerate heart rate. For young and healthy individuals, this might not pose a serious threat. But after age 60, when blood vessels become less elastic and the heart more vulnerable, such stimulation can be dangerous. Doctors often encounter situations where older patients seek help for rapid pulse, chest tightness, or sudden spikes in blood pressure, often after consuming spicy foods, unaware of the connection between these phenomena. The problem lies not only in the pepper's spiciness, but also in the body's stress response to it. Blood vessels constrict, and blood pressure rises sharply. In individuals with heart disease or hypertension, a spicy meal can trigger a dangerous heart rhythm or even an attack. Regular consumption of spicy peppers can lead to chronic inflammation of the blood vessels, damaging the very pathways that the heart uses to deliver blood to all organs and tissues. Taking care of your heart doesn't require completely abandoning flavorful foods. There are many ways to add zest and richness to dishes without using hot spices. Aromatic herbs, garlic, ginger, and lemon can transform any dish without placing additional strain on the cardiovascular system. It's important to listen to your body and remember that the foods you crave may provide temporary comfort. But that comfort shouldn't come at the expense of heart problems. If spicy foods can subtly harm the heart, what can be said about products widely known for their healing properties, but can be dangerous when used incorrectly? We're talking about raw garlic, which, despite its benefits, can turn from a natural remedy into a heart enemy. Garlic has deservedly earned a reputation as an effective folk remedy. For centuries, it has been valued for its ability to lower cholesterol, improve circulation, and support heart health. Many older adults unconditionally believe in the healing power of garlic, adding it raw to various dishes, or even swallowing whole cloves like pills. Indeed, garlic can be a valuable aid in maintaining health, but its powerful properties can be harmful if used improperly. It's important to remember that raw garlic is a potent natural anticoagulant, and its consumption in combination with certain heart medications, particularly anticoagulants like warfarin or aspirin, can lead to an undesirable potentiation of their effects. As a result, the blood can become too thin, increasing the risk of internal bleeding, bruising, and, in particularly serious cases, life-threatening hemorrhages. In medical practice, there are cases where patients have experienced uncontrolled nosebleeds, black stools, or a sharp drop in blood pressure due to garlic consumption, which they considered a harmless and beneficial product. However, the danger of raw garlic lies not only in the risk of bleeding. Consuming large amounts of raw garlic can cause a sharp drop in blood pressure. For people already taking medication for hypertension, this can lead to dizziness, weakness, and even fainting. When the heart stops receiving enough blood, it can lead to serious complications. It's particularly disheartening to realize that all actions are aimed at maintaining health. A person gives up harmful habits, takes care of themselves, and trusts remedies that have had a reputation for healing for centuries. However, the reality is that even natural products have their limitations. Over time, after the age of 60, the body undergoes changes, and what was previously beneficial can unexpectedly become harmful. The most effective solutions for maintaining health are based not only on traditions, but also on a deep understanding of the body's needs. If you like garlic, it is recommended to consume it cooked and in moderation. And before introducing it into your daily diet, you should consult a doctor. If even raw garlic can pose a hidden threat, what can be said about products that seem even more familiar, look fresh and crisp, and are often eaten raw, but may conceal an invisible enemy that a weakened body can no longer cope with? We are talking about raw sprouts, whose harmless crunch can cause serious health problems for the elderly. Sprouts, such as alfalfa, beans, or mung beans, are often advertised as a superfood due to their crunch, enzyme content, and living energy. Many health-conscious elderly people believe that adding a handful of sprouts to a sandwich or salad is a healthy choice. However, behind their attractive appearance lies a danger that can subtly undermine health. Sprouts are grown in a moist and warm environment, which is ideal for the growth of bacteria such as E. coli, Salmonella, and Listeria. While foodborne infections usually cause only temporary discomfort for young people, the consequences can be much more serious for the elderly. With age, the immune system weakens, and the body loses its ability to fight infections quickly and effectively. What starts as a mild stomachache can quickly develop into sepsis, dehydration, or even a dangerous inflammation of the inner lining of the heart, endocarditis. Experience working with elderly patients suffering from heart disease shows that eating contaminated sprouts, which seem harmless, can lead to hospitalization, heart rhythm disorders, or worsening heart failure. When the body is busy fighting infection, it has no resources left to repair the heart, and the infections themselves often go unnoticed until it is too late. The irony of the situation is truly heartbreaking. In striving for a healthy diet, including fresh and healthy products in the diet, a person risks suffering from what was supposed to bring healing. That is why the use of raw sprouts should be treated with extreme caution. If they are an integral part of the diet, it is recommended to subject them to heat treatment. Short-term roasting or steaming effectively destroys harmful bacteria while preserving the taste and beneficial properties of the product. On the path to maintaining heart health, it is important to consider not only the composition of the food consumed, but also the methods of its preparation, as well as the body's ability to digest it, which changes with age. If even sprouts can pose a certain danger, what about vegetables that are safe in themselves, but can have a negative impact when combined with certain heart medications? Such combinations may already be present in the daily diet. A logical question arises. What foods should elderly people eat to effectively protect the heart? The answer lies not in fashionable diets or exotic superfoods, but in simple and affordable vegetables that best meet the needs of the aging body. These products help reduce inflammation, normalize blood pressure, strengthen blood vessels, and harmoniously interact with medications without conflicting with them. Optimal options include boiled broccoli, baked carrots, braised kale, sweet potatoes, cooked tomatoes, and heart-healthy legumes such as lentils and green beans. These products are rich in antioxidants, potassium, fiber, and plant compounds that actively protect arteries and reduce stress on the cardiovascular system. Unlike raw sprouts or pickled vegetables, these vegetables gently affect the body, are easily absorbed, and help maintain stable levels of sugar and blood pressure. After 60, the heart needs not extreme diets, but stability, balance, and products that truly care for health. Doctors observe how patients restore their heart health by enriching their diet with simple, warm, and healing dishes. Lightly processed greens, baked root vegetables, soups made from legumes. These minor but regular changes in diet can reverse years of imperceptible destruction. Contrary to popular belief, healthy food can be delicious and diverse. Using herbs such as rosemary, turmeric, and garlic in moderation, as well as adding fresh lemon, can give dishes an exquisite taste without harming the heart. It is important to remember that food should nourish not only the body, but also the soul. However, in addition to choosing the right foods, there is another important aspect to consider: Even the most beneficial vegetables cannot protect the heart if a person is prone to one dangerous habit. The heart, which still has a chance of recovery, beats tirelessly from birth, making over 2 billion beats by the age of 60. It asks for nothing in return, just a little attention. Aging is not a reason for despondency, but an opportunity to become wiser. Wisdom lies in understanding that old habits may no longer benefit the body. Vegetables that were beneficial in youth can subtly cause harm in adulthood if consumed incorrectly, at the wrong time, or in combination with unsuitable medications. But there is good news. It is never too late to start taking care of your heart. Damage is not irreversible. Every small step taken today, the right food choices, quitting bad habits, moderate physical activity, and adequate rest, can reverse years of negative impact. Doctors have observed elderly people suffering from fatigue and shortness of breath regain their energy, mental clarity, and ease of movement through simple but consistent lifestyle changes. The secret to success lies not in extreme measures, but in listening to the needs of your body and making conscious choices every day. It is not necessary to be perfect, just consistent. The heart still has enough strength and love to continue serving its owner, their family, and the life they have worked so hard to build. Start acting today. Reevaluate your diet, give up harmful habits, and regain your energy. After all, every heartbeat is a precious gift that must be cherished and